Yo, y'all, hold up, because this right here might be the wildest music beef of the year. The internet is on fire right now after Tyla just clapped back at Young Miami over a diss track that allegedly came from a stolen song. Yeah, you heard that right. What started as a casual studio leak just turned into a full-blown international showdown between South Africa and Miami. Fans are calling it the Afrobeat versus City Girls war. And baby, it's getting ugly. Now, sources close to both camps say this all started when Tyla previewed a new track during her Paris Fashion Week after-party. Same beat, same hook, same melody that Young Miami allegedly recorded months ago but never dropped. Within hours, Miami hit back with a scathing diss track calling Tyla a fake trend chaser and claiming she jackin' sounds that don't belong to her. Tyla didn't stay silent, though. She jumped on IG Live, teary-eyed but fired up, saying, "Don't play with me. I write my own music. I live this sound." Now the industry's split, artists picking sides, fans fighting on X, and producers dropping receipts. But behind the viral headlines, there's something deeper brewing. And trust me, this story's about to explode. So boom, here's where things really started. Going left. It was supposed to be just another regular night during Paris Fashion Week. Tyla had just killed her performance at an after-party hosted by Balmain. Energy was crazy. Celebrities everywhere, fans recording every second. But what nobody expected was that Tyla was about to preview a never-before-heard track. One that would shake the internet to its core. Now, people in the crowd said Tyla got on the mic, smiled at the DJ, and told the audience, "This one's for the girls who know their worth." Then the beat dropped. Smooth, vibey Afrofusion with a Miami-style bounce. But that's the thing. People online instantly recognized that beat, within minutes. Clips from the party started going viral on TikTok and X. Fans were like, "Wait a minute, that's the same instrumental Young Miami teased back in June." Someone even posted a side-by-side of Tyla's preview and Miami's unreleased studio snippet. And yo, it was identical. Same drum pattern, same background vocals, even the hook sounded eerily similar. At first, fans thought it was just coincidence. But then, a well-known producer named DJ Camo, who's worked with both artists in the past, jumped into the comments saying, "That beat was never cleared. Somebody lying." That's when the fire really started burning. By the next morning, Young Miami went live from her hotel room. No makeup, bonnet on, attitude heavy. She looked straight into the camera and said, "I don't care who she is or where she's from. Don't play with me about my music." I got receipts. Fans went crazy. Miami pulled up screenshots of text messages between her and the same producer, showing she had paid for an exclusive beat months ago, and apparently never released the song because she was waiting for her next solo rollout. But when Tyla's version leaked, Miami felt blindsided. She claimed the beat was stolen, resold, and rebranded. Now Tyla's fans and the Tigers weren't having it. They came out swinging online, defending their girl. They argued that Afrobeat producers often recycle sounds and that Tyla had her own original concept. One fan even said, "Miami trying to start fake drama because her solo career not hitting." Meanwhile, insiders close to Tyla said she was devastated by the accusations. One anonymous friend told the Shade Hub, "Tyla's been working on that song for over a year. She was so proud of it. It was supposed to be her first major crossover collab." This hit her hard. Behind the scenes, the labels were panicking. Tyla's team reportedly reached out privately to Miami's camp to clear things up. But that didn't stop the damage, because less than 24 hours later, Young Miami dropped a diss track on SoundCloud titled "Fake Love, Freestyle." And when I tell you that track was spicy, she didn't hold back. Miami went in with lines like, "You can't steal the wave. You just swimming in it. You from Joburg, but you still act in city. You ain't poppin'." Just a trend that TikTok kiddies mimic. Fans instantly knew who she was talking about. Even though she never said Tyla's name, it was a direct shot, and everyone knew it. By the end of the night, Tyla vs. Young Miami was trending on Twitter in multiple countries. Commentators, gossip pages, and even other artists started chiming in. Some people said Miami was being petty. Others felt Tyla crossed the line. But the wildest twist? Tyla herself finally broke her silence. She went live on Instagram, calm, soft-spoken, but clearly holding back tears. "I respect every woman in this industry," she said, "but I don't appreciate being called a thief for something I created from my heart. I've always written my own music. I've always honored my roots. Then she dropped the mic with one line that shook the internet. "If anyone stole something, it definitely wasn't me." That single quote went viral. Within an hour, blogs were posting it everywhere, and fans started making remix edits of her live clip. People began comparing this to past music beefs: Rihanna versus Kiara, Nicki versus Cardi, even Doja versus Saweetie. But here's the thing. What nobody knew yet was that this story had way more layers. Because the producer behind both versions, he wasn't telling the full truth. Screenshots started circulating in producer group chats showing that DJ Kamo had sent the same beat to multiple artists, including a third person, an up-and-coming UK singer who also claimed she'd recorded a demo on it months ago. Now this whole stolen beat thing was turning into an international mess. Lawyers got involved, blogs were digging up old contracts, and the fans were split right down the middle. In one camp, you had Miami supporters, loud, loyal, and calling for Tyla to give credit where it's due. In the other camp, Tyla's fans were preaching that this was just another example of American artists trying to gatekeep global sounds. One viral tweet summed it up. "So let me get this straight. Tyla can't use Afrofusion beats that originated from Africa, but Miami can sample dancehall and it's cool? Y'all weird." And that tweet alone hit 2 million views, overnight. This went from a petty internet squabble to a full-blown cultural debate about ownership, sound, and who gets to profit off African-inspired music. But deep down, Tyla was reportedly struggling. Close friends told sources she felt betrayed, not just by Miami, but by the producer who started it all. She trusted him, one insider said. She thought they were building something together. Now her name's being dragged like she's some industry thief. Meanwhile, Miami was feeding the flames. She started liking shady tweets, reposting fan edits of her diss track, and even tweeted, "Don't ever play with the City Girl brand." The situation was escalating fast, and both labels were now trying to control the narrative before it blew up even more. But at this point, it was too late. The internet had already picked its sides. The rumors were spreading faster than the truth. And what was once just a beat battle was now turning into a full-on war of pride, culture, and credibility. And the craziest part? The next move, Tyla's next post, was about to flip the story upside down. So after that messy IG Live and Young Miami's fake love, freestyle, started going crazy online, people thought Tyla was gonna stay quiet, just let it blow over. But nah. Tyla wasn't built for that. Because 2 days later, out of nowhere, she posted a 3-minute studio diary video on TikTok and Instagram. It looked innocent at first. Behind-the-scenes footage, her in the booth, laughing with her team. But what caught everyone's attention was the timestamp overlay on the footage, November 2023. If that timestamp was real, it meant Tyla had recorded her version of the song almost 6 months before Young Miami even teased it. The internet went crazy again. Fans flooded the comments with messages like, "Receipts, baby!" "Timestamp don't lie." "Tyla just played chess while Miami was playing checkers." Y'all owe this girl an apology. Now you'd think that would have ended the drama, right? Wrong, because Young Miami wasn't backing down. She jumped back on live the same night, clearly fuming. Wearing her pink bonnet and holding a glass of Casamigos, she snapped, "Don't believe everything you see online." Anyone can edit a timestamp. "I got the original Pro Tools file, with my vocals, my beat, my engineer, everything." Stop playing, that moment went viral too. Screenshots, reaction TikToks, fan edits, all over the place. Some people were clowning Miami for being pressed. Others said she was standing on business. But what nobody expected was that a third person was about to jump into the mix and make everything 10 times messier. Out of nowhere, DJ Kamo, the producer in the middle of this whole thing, finally broke his silence. He posted a Notes app apology on Instagram that read, "I take full responsibility for the confusion surrounding the beat in question. I sent out multiple drafts to several artists before finalizing exclusivity. That was my mistake. Both Tyla and Young Miami received versions of the same instrumental before contracts were signed. I never intended for it to cause drama. Bruh." The moment that statement dropped, it was like pouring gasoline on a fire. Because now, everyone realized both Tyla and Young Miami might have been telling the truth. They were both victims of a shady business move. But it was too late. The public already picked sides. Tyla's team reposted the producer's apology with the caption, "We appreciate accountability. Simple, clean, diplomatic." But Miami's team? They weren't that calm. They fired back with a now-deleted tweet from her management saying, "Accountability don't mean integrity. Real artists protect their work. Period." That tweet got screenshotted and spread everywhere before they could delete it. And just like that, the internet started cooking up new theories. Some people thought Tyla's label might have paid DJ Camo to clean things up. Others claimed Young Miami's camp was trying to intimidate smaller artists. It was a social media circus. Even bigger artists started commenting on it. Saweetie tweeted, "That's why I always get my beats cleared twice. Lesson learned." Burna Boy's producer, Tells, jumped in with, "Producers gotta stop selling the same pack to everyone. It's messing up real collaborations." But here's where it gets wild. Behind the scenes, Tyla wasn't just sitting back. Multiple insiders reported that Tyla's label had set up a private Zoom call between her and Young Miami to squash the beef quietly. But according to one person close to the situation, the call didn't go as planned. Apparently, the convo started off polite, Miami saying she had no personal issue with Tyla, just business. Tyla reportedly thanked her for reaching out. But when the topic of fake love came up, things got heated fast. Tyla asked her straight up, the insider said, "Did you really need to drop a diss track? You could have just called me." To which Miami allegedly replied, "This the industry. I don't call nobody, I make hits." That's when Tyla, calm but firm, supposedly said, "Then don't be mad when your hit makes me bigger." After that, the call ended abruptly. The next morning, screenshots of DMs, unverified, of course, and started popping up on gossip pages. Messages that appeared to show Tyla's manager saying, "Y'all want to play industry games? Cool, we can play too." Nobody could confirm if they were real, but that didn't stop the internet from running with it. Meanwhile, Tyla's studio diary video kept climbing, hitting over 10 million views in 24 hours. She even dropped a caption that said, "The truth always sounds better with melody." That line alone had fans convinced she was planning to respond musically, and they were right. 2 days later, Tyla dropped a surprise single titled "Unbothered" on all platforms. No announcement, no rollout, just pure smoke. The song wasn't a direct diss, but fans caught the subliminals immediately. She sang, "You tried to copy the sun, now you burning up slow. You can't take my sound. I'm global, you local." Real queens don't tweet. They trend. It was smooth, elegant, but clearly aimed at Young Miami. And within hours, it shot to #1 on Apple Music South Africa, #3 on the UK charts, and even cracked the US top 20. Miami's fans were livid. Tyla's fans were celebrating like she just dropped Ether. Industry folks started calling it the most polite diss in music history. Miami, though? She wasn't amused. She posted on her story, "Y'all love acting classy until I get petty again." But this time, it wasn't just about music anymore. Reports started surfacing that brands were quietly pulling or postponing deals with Miami because of ongoing controversy. Meanwhile, Tyla was getting more press than ever. Fashion brands, podcasts, festival bookings, all skyrocketing. People online started saying Young Miami had taken an L. Memes flooded in. One tweet said, "Young Miami went to war with Tyla and ended up promoting her." But here's where the plot twisted again. Because even though Tyla was winning publicly, behind the scenes, her circle was starting to crack. An anonymous source from her team told blogs that Tyla was exhausted. "She's never dealt with this level of attention before," they said. "She's scared to post anything now because people twist her words." She didn't ask for this drama. It found her. And just as things were cooling down, someone leaked a voice note allegedly from DJ Camo's old group chat, where he said, "Miami's team knew Tyla had that beat first, but they still recorded on it because they thought she wouldn't go." Global, that one message, flipped the whole internet narrative upside down again. Fans started calling Miami a bully, saying she tried to use her platform to silence a rising star. Others said the leak was fake and Tyla's team planted it. But either way, both artists were deep in it now. Miami's diss backfired. Tyla's clapback became a hit. But the truth behind the beat theft? Still messy. Still unclear. Still making headlines. And now, everyone was waiting to see if the two would ever actually face each other in person. And let me tell you, what happened next wasn't on anyone's 2025 bingo card. Alright, so at this point, the internet was living off this Tyla versus Young Miami drama like it was a Netflix series. Every move they made, every post, every like, every shade was being dissected frame by fans and gossip blogs. But what nobody expected was that these two were about to come face to face, live, in public, no filters. So here's how it happened. A few weeks after Tyla dropped Unbothered, she got booked for a high-profile event in Los Angeles, the Billboard Women in Music Brunch. Big event. Big names, and guess who was also on the guest list? Young Miami. Now, insiders claim both teams were warned beforehand that the other would be attending. But apparently, both said they were cool and would keep things professional. Yeah, right. When the day came, Tyla arrived first. She looked calm, radiant, rocking a cream corset dress with diamond accents. Cameras flashed. People were shouting her name. You could tell she was in her element, trying to move past the drama, focus on her moment. But about 30 minutes later, Young Miami walked in, black leather mini dress, shades on indoors, chin high. She didn't even glance around. It was like she came ready for war. Now, according to people in the room, the tension was instant. You could feel it, reporters whispered. Phones came out. And guess what? They ended up being seated only 2 tables apart. At first, everything seemed chill. Miami was laughing with her crew, Tyla chatting with her label execs. But then, and this is where it gets spicy, the DJ played Tyla's Unbothered. The room froze. People turned toward Tyla. She smiled politely, even did a little shoulder dance. But Miami? She rolled her eyes hard and muttered something under her breath. Someone near her claimed she said, "They really playing this?" Cameras caught it too. That moment went viral instantly. Every gossip page reposted the clip with captions like "Young Miami not feeling Tyla's hit song." But the real fireworks didn't happen until later that day. During the networking cocktail hour, sources say Tyla was standing near the bar, talking with some producers and A&R reps when Miami walked by with her entourage. At first, she just smirked and kept walking. But when someone complimented Tyla on her single, Miami stopped mid-stride. Witnesses claim she turned around and said, "Unbothered? Girl, that whole track about me, stop acting innocent." The room went silent. Everyone froze. Tyla, clearly shocked, tried to keep her composure. She said calmly, "It's not about anyone specific. It's about protecting your peace." But Miami wasn't letting it slide. She stepped closer and said, "You don't gotta lie." We all heard the lyrics. People nearby started recording, but security quickly moved in to stop it from turning into a scene. Still, word spread like wildfire. One attendee told Hollywood Scoop, "It didn't get physical, but it was tense. You could see in Tyla's eyes she was trying not to cry." Miami looked ready to pop off. After that, Tyla left early. Her team reportedly escorted her out a side entrance while paparazzi swarmed the main doors, looking for a confrontation photo. But it didn't end there. That night, Tyla posted a cryptic IG story, black background, white text. "Silence speaks louder when your heart is clean." Fans immediately connected it to the brunch incident. Within minutes, Tyla started trending again. Young Miami, not one to stay quiet, posted her own story just hours later. "I'm not the one to play victim. I'm the one they shouldn't play with." Boom. Another viral moment, comment sections turned into war zones. Tyla's supporters flooded Miami's page with comments like, "Let it go," "Queen," and "You're embarrassing yourself." Miami's fans clapped back with, "Tyla's milking this drama for promo." Even celebrity blogs like Say Cheese TV and The Neighborhood Talk jumped in. They posted side-by-side screenshots of both IG stories with the caption, "Still tension between Tyla and Young Miami. Who y'all think was in the wrong?" Over 200,000 comments in 24 hours. But here's what made things even more complicated. A few days later, someone leaked behind-the-scenes footage from the brunch that hadn't been shown before. In the clip, you can clearly see Miami walking past Tyla's table before the confrontation, and Tyla's team whispering something as she passed. Some fans thought they said, "Don't look now." Others swore they heard, "Here she come." Suddenly, the internet started accusing Tyla's team of instigating the tension on purpose, maybe even for PR. An entertainment insider told District Trending, "You have to understand, this kind of controversy helps streams. Both artists gained millions of new listeners during this beef. So don't think it's all organic." That theory split fans again. Half believed it was real tension. 2 women genuinely hurt over creative disrespect. The other half said it was industry orchestration at its finest, fake beef for chart boosts. But then, Just when people started moving on, Miami dropped a subtle bombshell during an interview on The Breakfast Club. When asked about Tyla, she laughed and said, "I don't hate the girl, but she know what she did. And she know why I'm not apologizing." Charlemagne pressed her, asking if she'd ever consider a collab to squash it. Miami smirked and said, "I don't do charity features." Smirked and said, "I don't do charity features." That one line, "charity features," I broke the internet. Tyla's fans were furious. Tyla, for her part, didn't respond directly. But during her next show in London, she paused mid-performance, looked out at the crowd, and said softly, "When people try to tear you down, just keep singing louder." And right after that, she performed unbothered. The crowd screamed every lyric. It was emotional, almost symbolic. Clips from that show went viral again. Fans were crying in the comments, calling her graceful, classy, the bigger person. Miami supporters said she was playing victim for sympathy. At this point, the beef wasn't even about music anymore. It was about image. Tyla was being painted as the calm, spiritual underdog. Miami was being cast as the bold but messy aggressor. PR teams from both sides were working overtime. Tyla's people started pushing her into more magazine covers and brand partnerships to reinforce her global pop princess image. Miami's camp leaned into the unapologetic bad girl vibe, teasing a new single that fans believed would take more shots at Tyla. But behind closed doors, both artists were feeling the weight. Insiders said Tyla was emotionally drained, tired of being misunderstood, and afraid that one wrong move could ruin her reputation. Meanwhile, Miami reportedly told close friends she was tired of being the villain and just wanted her respect back. Still, neither one was ready to back down. And when the BET Awards announced, both of them would be performing live, fans knew something explosive was about to happen. Because rumor had it, both Tyla and Young Miami requested the same stage visuals: palm trees, fire effects, and a female dancer squad. And producers had to make a tough call. Who gets the slot first? Word is they gave it to Tyla, and that's when things went from petty drama to full-blown music industry warfare. So this right here, this was the night everyone had been waiting for. The 2025 BET Awards, Los Angeles. The biggest stage for Black culture, music, and global influence. And for the first time ever, Tyla and Young Miami were both performing on the same night. From the second the lineup dropped, the internet went wild. People were tweeting things like, "Bet knows exactly what they doing. This finna be the Petty Awards. If they cross paths backstage, I'm grabbing popcorn." Even other celebs were joking about it. Ice Spice posted a meme of herself ducking flying wigs. Cardi B commented under a blog post, "Not the same stage visuals, BT messy for that." And yeah, it was messy, because rumor had it both teams were fighting behind the scenes over production choices. Apparently, both Tyla and Miami requested similar Afrofusion, tropical-themed stage setups, palm trees, LED sunset backdrops, dancers, and beachwear. Tyla's concept was called Island Royalty. Miami's team named hers City Heat. Producers were scrambling. One anonymous BET insider told Rap Daily, "We didn't want to favor one over the other, but it got tense. Miami's team threatened to pull out if she didn't perform last. Tyla's team said if Miami closes, they walk too. It was a power standoff. In the end, BET made a bold move. Tyla would perform first, and Miami would follow immediately after. And that decision changed everything. Tyla hit the stage looking like an African goddess. Gold outfit, barefoot dancers, shimmering lights as it was pure magic. She opened with a medley of Water and Unbothered, gliding across the stage with elegance that silenced the whole crowd. Halfway through the performance, the LED screens flashed "Stay True." Fans screamed. It felt like a direct message. Subtle, powerful, confident. Even artists like Eze and Thames were seen cheering her on from the front row. Social media went nuts. Tyla ate. No crumbs left? This performance just ended the beef without a word. But backstage, Young Miami was fuming. Multiple sources said she was pacing back and forth near the wings, watching Tyla's set on the monitor. One of her dancers reportedly heard her mutter, "They trying to make her the victim again." And when her time came, Miami stepped on that stage like she had something to prove. She performed a brand new unreleased track titled Pressure Point. And oh, she came with smoke. The first verse was fire, classic Miami energy. But the second? That's where things got real. She rapped, "You talk sweet in your songs, but throw shade in your captions." Now you dancing in the rain like that's supposed to be passion." The crowd gasped. Everyone knew that was a jab at Tyla's water music video. Cameras cut to audience reactions. Jaws dropped, people whispering. But it didn't stop there. Right before the hook dropped, Miami smirked into the mic and said, "Let's see who's really unbothered." Bro, the crowd lost it. Even the cameraman zoomed in on Tyla's face in the audience. She just smiled politely, clapped once, and looked away. That one clip? It hit 10 million views in under an hour on X. Fans went into overdrive. Half were screaming Miami won, while others said Tyla's grace speaks louder. And to make things even crazier, when Tyla left the venue later that night, paparazzi caught her whispering to her manager, "She can't take what she didn't give." Nobody knew what she meant. But that one sentence turned into a viral quote. People printed it on shirts, memes, TikToks. The internet was spinning. By the next morning, Tyla vs. Miami was trending again worldwide. Bet posted official clips, and the comment sections were chaos. Some of the top comments read, "Tyla handled it like a queen." Miami brought that heat. She said what everyone was thinking. Low-key, both of them won. This the competition music needed. But not everyone was celebrating. Behind the scenes, industry insiders said both labels were frustrated. The beef had overshadowed their new releases, turning every public appearance into a comparison. Still, the numbers didn't lie. Both artists were skyrocketing. Tyla's Unbothered jumped back to the top of Spotify's global charts. Miami's Pressure Point Freestyle hit 15 million views in 3 days. Even BET execs were smiling. Ratings hit a 5-year high. But privately, the tension was starting to wear both women down. Tyla reportedly broke down during rehearsals the following week. One source from her team told Candidly Cassie, "She's tired of the narrative. She wants people to focus on the music, not the drama." She didn't come from South Africa to be in internet beefs. Miami, on the other hand, was doubling down. During an Instagram live Q&A, when a fan asked if she'd ever make peace with Tyla, she said, "Ain't no beef, just boundaries." And mine got crossed. But even that statement sounded more like pride than closure. Still, there was one twist nobody saw coming. A month later, TMZ broke a story saying both Tyla and Young Miami had been booked for a major summer festival, Afrowave Fest 2025, in Ghana. Same lineup. Same weekend, the internet exploded. People joked that Africa was about to witness round 2. But according to organizers, there was more to it. Apparently, both teams had agreed to appear after a private peace talk arranged by mutual industry friends. And this time, it actually worked. The night before Afrowave, both artists reportedly sat down in a private hotel suite in Accra with their managers and the event promoter. No cameras, no PR teams, just real conversation. One insider said it was emotional. At first, they barely spoke. But after a while, Tyla said, "I never meant to disrespect you." And Miami said, "I just felt like you took from me without credit." They both cried a little. It was human. After hours of tension, they agreed to squash everything publicly. No more subliminals, no more shade. And the next day, during Tyla's closing set, she shocked the world. Halfway through her song Unbothered, the beat suddenly switched, and Young Miami walked out on stage. The crowd erupted. They hugged, smiled, and performed a remix version of the track together, blending Tyla's vocals with Miami's new rap verse about unity over ego. That moment? Instantly iconic clips of it flooded the internet with captions like, "From beef to sisterhood. Real women fix crowns, not break 'em." Even major artists like Lizzo and Doja Cat reposted it, calling it a win for women in music. And just like that, what started as an ugly online feud ended with two women turning their rivalry into a viral collaboration. And, ironically, their biggest moment yet. In the months that followed, Tyla and Miami both benefited big time. Tyla dropped her debut deluxe album, featuring their new joint track Peace of Mind, which debuted at #1 on multiple charts. Miami launched her own fashion collab titled City Goddess, which Tyla actually promoted on her story, shocking everyone again. Their friendship became a headline of its own. Two women who fought, clashed, but grew from it. And behind the glam and gossip, the lesson was clear. In today's internet-driven music world, beef might bring the clicks, but grace brings the legacy. So there you have it. From leaked beats to viral diss tracks, emotional lives, and a full-circle redemption moment, Tyla and Young Miami gave us one of the most unpredictable stories in recent music history. They turned pain into purpose and competition into collaboration. And whether you were Team Tyla or Team Miami, you can't deny the impact this drama had on both their careers. It reminded fans that sometimes the real battles aren't about songs or charts, they're about pride, misunderstanding, and the constant pressure of staying relevant in an industry built on public opinion. And let's be honest, we all played a part in it. Every like, every share, every comment fueled this story. The blogs blew it up, the fans kept it alive, and both artists learned how to turn chaos into growth. Now the big question is, will this peace last? Or will another leak, another lyric, or another live video spark round 2 of this global pop rap rivalry? Either way, one thing's for sure, the culture's watching. So what do you think? Was Young Miami justified for defending her song? Or did Tyla handle things like the true queen she is? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you made it this far, and don't forget to subscribe for more real, raw, and viral stories just like this. Because if there's one thing we've learned in music, peace don't sell like drama. But it sure looks good when it finally happens.